great atmosphere where everyone brought something different to the table.
And we could talk to French, to German, to Italian people, and we had to learn how to find approach to many people.
Be proactive, be curious, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone.
My first impressions were a mix of excitement and calm. Unlike Ukraine, where air raid sirens and missile attacks are everyday life, the UK felt safe. It allowed me to focus more on my personal and professional growth. I was amazed by how history and modern life exist side by side, especially in business. I was inspired by the professionalism, the energy in the workplace, and the many chances to learn and grow in a country with a strong economy.
I was shocked by the amount of people there, people of different races, skin color, cultures, and London is a very chaotic and dynamic city. And at first I didn't like it at all, I even hated it for some time, but then I found some sort of drive being in the dynamic, and that crazy vibe made me feel in a game.
As it was my first time arriving in London, I was incredibly excited. Visiting Great Britain was on my list for a while, and I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity and thankful to AUK and JP Morgan for having this trip. London surprised me with its crowded streets, but as I grew up in the city, I loved the atmosphere. And I also managed to meet with my friends and my family that I haven't seen for more than 3 years, so it made my internship even more exciting and special.
I was really impressed by how friendly and open the employees were. The company had a culture of respect, and interns were treated the same as managers. It felt like everyone's opinion mattered. I liked that people were willing to share their knowledge and help out whenever needed. This supportive environment made it easy to grow and improve professionally.
I was very impressed by how they treat each other, how they value their time, and they don't just treat work solely like work, but rather they are a family and they want to spend time with each other and they are interested in who they are as a personalities.
The most impressive detail in JP Morgan is the people who create the collaborative culture through their dedication and motivation. Everyone I worked with was highly skilled, passionate, and approachable, and there was a strong sense of teamwork where I could ask for help and guidance almost anyone, from the workers who only started their journey to people who had been working in the firm for more than 10 years. I felt valued as an intern and encouraged to contribute my ideas, especially by my managers, who were always ready to help and support me by providing personal feedback to make me understand how can I improve both as a person and as a part of the team.
During my time in the lending department, I worked on funds financing, which helped me improve my skills in working with financial data and understanding the lending process. The people I worked with taught me a lot. With their help, I learned new tools for analyzing funds and got better at understanding the financial information. Their advice also helped me manage my time better and work more efficiently in a team, as well as improving almost all my skills.
I feel like I've learned a lot about corporate culture in such a big financial institution, which taught me how to invite people to meetings, how to behave in those meetings, and how to be a part of it. Also, regarding the tech skills, I became much better at digesting information and sorting it out, because what we mostly worked with information and we had to analyze it and always be prepared to answer any questions regarding it. So those are very good skills that I hope to implement in my further internships.
The internship provided a fantastic opportunity to grow both professionally and personally. I still remember the first day when I was a bit scared about the unknown environment and responsibility, as I was starting an internship in one of the largest banks in the world. But now I look back and understand that there is no need for fear, as challenging a new environment, improve yourself. I developed a deeper understanding of asset management and lending, gained hands-on experience with client relations, worked on real projects, built networks and connections, and improved my analytical skills, which completely changed my perspective of how financial institutions work. As well as I also worked on how to present myself, manage time, and most importantly, work in a huge team. And by the end of the internship, I was a completely different person who was confident in what they do.
Working in a multicultural environment was not only interesting but also really helpful. At JP Morgan, people come from all kinds of backgrounds, which shows that the company values skills more than where someone is from. This mix of cultures created a great atmosphere where everyone brought something different to the table. I learned to work with different communication styles, which made me more open to the new ideas.
For me, it was easy, however unusual, because in Ukraine it's not that common to have many nationalities in one room, and we could talk to French, to German, to Italian people, and we had to learn how to find approach to many people, and those are very good skills, I think.
During the internship, I formed many strong bonds and kept in touch with great people. For me, working in a multicultural environment was interesting and easy, as I'm always curious to meet new people and hear their stories. I also met international interns with whom we often shared insights about our experiences and supported each other throughout the program. Even after returning to our respective countries, we stayed in touch, and it's been great to see how everyone is progressing in their careers and studies.
Yes, I stay in contact with many employees from JP Morgan. Even after returning to Kyiv, I still talk to some of them and get useful advices. These connections help me keep learning and growing.
Absolutely, yes. I had many opportunities to engage with other interns, to listen to their stories and what was different in our internship programs. And we also met one Ukrainian guy who applied to JP Morgan for 15 times, and he was accepted only from 16. So we realized how lucky we are to be there and to gain that knowledge.
I did keep in touch with interns in the US, and we shared our experiences. However, as we all were working this summer, mostly we connected after our return to Kyiv. I loved how everyone had different experiences and we shared them with each other afterwards. I'm sure everyone are inspired by the summer.
One of the most memorable moments was meeting Mary Erdős, the CEO of Asset and Wealth Management. It was inspiring to meet someone so successful in person. I was impressed by how open she was and her willingness to share her knowledge. This meeting was a key moment in my professional growth and pushed me to aim higher in my career.
The thing that I remember most from the internship is the visit of BlackRock office, because being able to enter this financial institution that controls the world, being an 18-year-old girl, is absolutely fantastic, and for me, this is a proof that everything is possible and the sky's the limit.
One of the standout memories was our first presentation about the financials to a huge audience of around 200 people. It was both nerve-wracking and exhilarating, and the feedback I received was invaluable, and it gave me a real sense of accomplishment to present a project I had worked on for a few weeks, starting with a zero knowledge in the area to knowing every single detail.
A funny moment happened when I made a small typo in a report writing landing with A instead of landing with E. My colleagues noticed and joked, asking where I was planned to land, Munich or Paris. It gave us a good smile and lightened the mood.
I remember that I was known as the semiconductor specialist because every morning at JP Morgan starts with a 30-minute sessions where financial professionals talk about everything that is going on in the financial industry, where to invest, and many, many more smart things. And we performed there in front of 400 people from countries like Spain, Switzerland, France, Germany, and so on. My topic there was an investment opportunities in the semiconductor sector. I knew absolutely nothing about this topic, so the weekends before our presentation, I have spent reading everything that I could only find on semiconductors, and that's how I became remembered by the semiconductor specialist.
The funniest situation for me was the process of finding out if a person speaks Ukrainian. It may sound strange, however, as we all spoke English, we couldn't tell straight away if a person could understand us. But it was hilarious to find out after 3 hours of talk in English that your coworker could understand you from the beginning in your native language.
I believe that Ukraine has an incredible potential, especially in terms of recovery and development after difficult times. Returning home, I feel a great responsibility to use the knowledge and experience I gained abroad to support the country's economic and business growth. New career opportunities have indeed emerged as I was able to build professional connections and share experience with colleagues from JP Morgan. This opens doors to new projects and initiatives in Ukraine.
There are new opportunities for career, because having JP Morgan note in the CV is a game changer. But for now, I would like to focus on studying, on academic achievements, and on getting another internship in the summer 2025.
Since returning to Ukraine, I've definitely seen more doors open for career growth, and studying has become a lot easier for me. The experience in London gave me a new level of confidence and a clear sense of direction. I've been able to apply the skills and knowledge I've gained during the internship, and I feel much more prepared to take on leadership roles in the future and know what I want to study in a greater detail.
Don't miss this opportunity. Our university is unique in offering internships at prestigious companies like JP Morgan from the early stage of your career. Most other universities and companies offer such opportunities only a year before graduation. This is a chance to gain invaluable experience that will become the foundation of your future career. Make the most of it, be proactive, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I would also like to thank Dan Rice and the entire team who helped organize this internship. Their support and professionalism made this unforgettable experience possible.
I would advise students to be as much hungry for knowledge and for people as they can. I don't mean eating people, I mean talking to them. Try to invite them for meetings, ask people about their stories, about an advice that they can give to you, and be open for knowledge and to skills and to the new stage of your life.
My advice would be to embrace every opportunity with an open mind. Be proactive, be curious, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. The internship is a fantastic platform to build networks and develop your skills, so make the most of it, and most importantly, enjoy the journey.